Hi, I'm Joe Crafton, and I created this short video to demonstrate how you can determine whether you have a parasite infection problem on your ranch, specifically an eyeworm problem. It's been proven that over 80% of the counties in the rolling plains of West Texas have eyeworm infestation. At my ranch in West Texas, we went from 100% when we first started checking to today we have less than 20%. And that is because we've been a test ranch for the Quail Guard medicated feed when the FDA approved us to test it at our ranch over 8 years ago. And so what I want to do is demonstrate a way for you to quickly test. You know, there's several ways to do it. One, you can send it to a laboratory where they do a full necropsy, which is expensive and time consuming. There's another way, which they've developed at Texas Tech Wildlife Toxicology Lab, where they can do a quick swipe of the bird and determine through the DNA whether they have parasites in their body. But the most effective, quick way to determine for yourself is to do what I call the pressure test. And that involves taking the bird, waiting for a few hours after you've shot it for the worms to activate more actively, because worms can hide behind the back of the eye. But it's been proven this technique is correlated 70% with a full necropsy. So if you do a dozen birds or so and you have 5 or 6 birds with worms through your pressure test in the field, you know you have a major problem at your ranch. I want to start off by showing you some pictures of what infected birds look like. These are some still shots and some videos that I've taken personally of birds that I've harvested over the last 10 years. All quail have a nictitating membrane, which is the second eyelid below the primary eyelid. And many times the eyeworms will be hiding underneath that nictitating membrane. So if you put pressure on the outside of the eyes, push down and basically massage the corners of their eyes, oftentimes the eyeworms will come out from under that nictitating membrane and you'll be able to see them. Even though many eyeworms live behind the eye, it's very obvious when they have a bad infection, because you'll see many eyeworms come out from below. I hope this video was helpful. It's important to note that across the state we have varying levels of eyeworm infection. In the rolling plains of West Texas, it's been documented 80% infection levels. And in South Texas, it was documented around 6%. So it varies quite a bit, and we don't really understand why that is. But with this test, you should be able to get a good feel for whether it's in your area and if it's a real problem for your ranch. There's another parasite called the cecal worm, and the cecal worm lives in the gut of the cecum of a quail, and it can rob them of valuable nutrition and hurt their overall health. And 90% of the birds in the state have the cecal worm, and that's been pretty well documented both in the West and the South. So Quail Guard is effective on both worms, killing both parasites, and it's been proven to do so. So it would be good to have a test, do a quick test on the cecal worm. Unfortunately, you have to pretty much do a necropsy to discover whether you have a problem. But chances are you have a problem with at least one of the 2 worms. So look forward to hearing feedback on what you find at your ranch. Thanks.